ready for G-Pelly. I don't think you're ready for G-Pelly. I don't think you're ready for him, cause his body's too bootylicious for you, babe. I don't think you're ready for G-Pelly. I don't think you're ready for G-Pelly. I don't think you're ready for him.
Greetings, one and all. This is Greg Peloquin, aka G-Pelly.
And this is Ian Noyes.
Ian Quiet Riot Noise.
Oh, please don't.
Well, I have a nickname. You gotta have one too. I'll just arbitrarily assign you one. Anyway, we're coming to the first time. Coming off the first time on live stream. Yep. Someone made a grave error by giving me a microphone. But anyway, it looks like we were getting round one of our matches underway here. Looks like I see Rich Elgin on the left playing green-white tokens.
And Josh Dignam playing 4-color Reanimator.
All right, so let's take a look at the deck list a little bit here. Looks like the match is underway. Now, looking at the deck list here, I see is quite a few Celestian things like Tristani, Growing Ranks, Call of the Conclave, Grove of the Guardian. For the most part, nothing too. All cards you could play in a token deck. Excuse me. No sideboard though.
So for the Reanimator, we got some of the big targets. Hoof, obviously. For the finisher, Grizzlebrand, Angel Serenity, Sigarda.
And a lovely view of the city. Oh, there we go. Okay.
And then some. Gisella's a good one. Get some double damage in there.
Okay, so anyway, it looks like Rich was in the play, both kept, and he starts with a Doom Traveler. And it's a little hard to see from the glare there, but there are 4 Doom Travelers in his list. And then Josh starts off with an Overgrown Tomb, a Dragon Skull Summit, and probably Grizzly Salvage, or Mulch.
Mulch.
Okay, so let's see what we get with Mulch. There's a Temple Garden, some lands, oh boy, and Deathrite Shaman. And get a hoof and a crater and a shaman in the graveyard. Now, shaman's really fun in these decks because Mulch and Grizzly Salvage, well, not Mulch so much, but Grizzly Salvage and Tracker's Instincts and those kind of cards help get lands in the graveyard to power them.
Yeah.
So it helps you. So even if you don't have a burial rights, you can power out some of these nasties with your. You can cast them, and it's fairly feasible to do so.
That's why Deathrite Shaman is a little bit more popular in Modern and Legacy because there is fetch lands and they end up in the yard more often. So when you can get lands in the yard, the Deathrite Shaman gets even more powerful.
It's true. Okay, so it looks like that the Traveler's getting busy and Rich does not have a third land. He's not really developing his board and has Josh on his 17-turn clock. And there goes the clock. Okay, there's Lingering Souls. So Rich is going to need some more lands here. This one will be over pretty quickly. I see he's got Lingering Souls. Looks like a Primordial Hydra in his hand as well. So I don't see any. I see Primordial Hydra, but no real mana fixing no acceleration. So I'd like to see some Pilgrims in this list. There just are not Pilgrims here. Okay, there's a
Call.
Yeah, Call the Conclave. Got a handy dandy Centaur. All right, and he's going to turn. We attack the Traveler. I think you probably. Well, the Lingering Souls are.
Okay,
there he goes. Yeah, okay. The Lingering Souls are there really just to as speed bumps.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, he looks like he draws. Is that a Thragtusk he just picked up there? That's in fact a Thragtusk. Okay, that could be bad news. All right, tap Temple Garden. So probably we can flashback Souls. Let's go Faithless Looting. So yeah, it looks like the plan is Faithless Looting and then flashback Souls.
Yeah. Do a little.
There's Angel Serenity in the yard.
Yeah.
Do we have Burial Rights yet?
Did not see it.
You probably discarded it if you had it, or maybe not. You can just card cast it.
Yeah, I mean, either way, honestly, because you have certainly has no land in there, right?
Yeah, and the 2 tokens go turn sideways. I think he's gonna flash it back.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Get some blockers going.
Yeah. Excuse me. And of course, really, you could effectively race. All you need to do is stop the Centaur.
Yeah.
And again, Rich needs that third land badly. He draws a Wayfaring Temple that is not going to do it. He has a lot of expensive cards in his hand. So this type of deck would be really well served to have some way to get more mana. In fact, I see he's got 18, 22 land. He's also playing Lingering Souls, but I don't see any black in the deck. So that
weird.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. It's just straight green white. So Lingering Soul seems a little out of place here.
Yeah, might as well play the instant one that does it.
Oh, Midnight Hunting, yeah.
Yeah, if you're not going to play the black to flash it back.
Yeah, there's no Midnight Hunting in this list anywhere. So yeah, there's the Unburial Rights we need to see. And there's some handy-dandy spirit tokens. Very nice. Yeah, like Rich really could use some Evanston's Pilgrims or some Borderland Rangers, anything like that.
Anything,
yeah, because and there's a Centaur here, and he's just falling further and further behind here. I mean, this is not looking too good for him here. He's good. Yeah, those spirits represent a very real, very dangerous clock. So he's going to need to get moving here. And there's the plains. So land number 3. So so he has Wayfaring Temple. He has Lingering Souls. You probably want to play Souls here, right?
Yeah, slow down the other Souls and just trade some up.
Yeah, and then just
still pretty far behind unless he can make that Doom Traveler flying.
Yeah, you probably like. I don't think you can even attack the Centaur here because you probably want to populate. I'd assume you want to populate it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you're got something cheap.
Oh, he does have 2 Grove of the Guardians also, so he has 18, 22, 24 land. Well, that's not terrible.
The Grove's a boss, but it's not racing anything at this point.
Right. I figure if you're Josh there, I think wouldn't you block the Centaur Healer with the Centaur Healer? I guess we know that because we know he has a lot of populate shenanigans, and I don't think Josh Tyler knows what he's up against here. And in fact, actually, the game's just over now because he can just Unbury Right's Hoof.
Yeah.
He's got the rights in his yard and one in his hand, so he's just gonna reanimate the hoof, and this should be over.
Yep. Yeah. There's no need to block there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
And looks like Rich is always Josh is doing the math. They'll each get +6/+6 in trample. Oh, just the spirits. So he's going. You see, he's going easy on Rich there. He's only attacking for 28. All right.
Only, yeah.
Josh Dignam getting a little soft here.
Don't crush him as hard as you can. See, if he had some sort of free fog effect, it doesn't exist. He's leaving up some blockers there, though. That's
important, yeah. He wants to crush his spirits. Get his spirits on Rich's side of the board. This is why they give me a microphone, ladies and gentlemen, for fine jokes like that. All right, so it looks like Rich sees the writing on the wall there, picks it up, and goes to sideboard if he had one. So he's going to be playing with his starting 60 here.
Yeah.
And actually, Josh's sideboard seems out of place for the most part.
Although those Severs would be good, but he doesn't look like he can flash back to Lingering Souls, so...
Well, Josh doesn't know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, we have some insight because we have deck lists in front of us here.
But he didn't see any threats, basically, so...
And just tokens.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'd probably still bring in the Sever there, or the Abrupt Decays. But that's interesting because a lot of this stuff, like I played John for a while, and a lot of this stuff looks like he has got 4 Huntmasters, 3 Abrupt Decays, 2 Olivias, 3 Dreadbores. I think the idea is I think I see where he's going with this deck with the sideboard now, because what he wants to do is sideboard into a Jund deck if they start bringing in all this Reanimator.
Yeah, if they put in a ton of hate against him.
Yeah, everyone brings in Rest in Peace, and in response, you show them all these Huntmasters and Abrupt Decays and Dreadbores.
Yeah, and then you just go more of the straight mid range.
Right. Yeah. So that looks like a Jund deck in the sideboard. I'm like, oh wait, that is a Jund deck in the sideboard. Cursed Deathstroke could potentially be powerful here too, against like the Doom Travelers and the Lingering Souls. And
I like Olivia a lot too. I played with that quite a bit, and it takes apart any tokens. And if you have the mana, if you don't have your rights at this point, you could just start taking things.
So one thing you could do is side out the Sigardas for Olivia's. That's easy enough, because Sigarda's not Rich's deck is not the removal heavy deck that you want. Like, it's actually good against the Jund decks and the mid range decks, like what Josh has.
Yeah.
But in this matchup, it doesn't really matter because Rich can just either race or chump with a spirit token. So I could see taking out Sigardas and adding in the Olivias. Olivias will take over the game.
Yeah, they'll just eat all the spirits.
And there's no removal whatsoever in this list. So yeah, Olivia would just have his way with his deck.
And even if he did start populating, he could just take them.
Right. And don't hate, populate.
Oof.
Oh, that was heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That hurt.
Okay, so we got another call coming out.
Yeah, this is the start that Rich is going to need to beat Josh. He's got to just keep pumping out a steady stream of tokens.
If he can jam tons of centaurs out right away, he's actually in a pretty good position.
So it looks like we're going to do a faithless looting, and then he's going to play Deathright Shaman. And then he's immediately, you might want, if he has excess lands, you could discard them to accelerate. But I also see he has a Centaur healer, so he's probably want to play the turn 3 healer here.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's got discards Lingering Souls and Isolated Chapel. So the Chapel will enable him to accelerate with the Deathright Shaman should he need to.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, that works.
What are the odds the Deathright Shaman's blocking here?
Slim to none. I mean, well, that's what hopefully I haven't worn this joke out yet, but I played Deathright Shaman in Legacy, and someone asked me what it did, and I told him he's the new kid on the block. He has the right stuff. Yeah.
You can do this all day.
Oh, you know me. All right.
I can't tell what he did there.
So he cast Intangible Virtue, putting a dice on the Centaur, which you should not be doing. That should be reserved for 1/1 counters, or -1 as the case may be.
Yeah.
You should not have to have dice there. As a judge, I would tell him to remove that dice.
Because if, as a judge, you come over and look at it, you think he's even bigger than he actually is.
Yeah, give a +1/+1 counter on him. I mean, it'd be 5/5 really, but he also tapped his mana wrong. He left the Grove of the Guardian untapped. What you should do is just tap the Sun Petal Grove in the Guardian, and you can bluff Giant Growth. You can bluff Fog.
Oh yeah, totally. As a limited player, you try to leave up your green and white currently as much as you can, and people actually will play around your pump spells that you don't have.
Absolutely. I think in this situation, there's probably not a whole lot it's going to change Josh's play, but again, it's about forming good habits and having that be natural to you. That's important. Okay, so Josh looks like he plays Faithless Looting number 2, and looks like he's got a couple of milliard, plus he's got a Pilgrim, so a little bit of a slow start. Hopefully, Rich can capitalize on that.
So another call.
Yeah, I see another call to Conclave here. Okay.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, this is what this kind of start we need.
A couple of 4/4 vigilances aren't bad.
Why are we putting them under each other?
I don't know.
This is interesting. He's attacking with one of them. Yep. Now this is where Sever the Bloodline would just just
completely bonkers.
Yeah, the game would just be completely turned around.
Because not only if you can cast it out of your hand, you get it once, but you can flash it back and just have your way with tokens.
There's the Unburial Rites, but I don't think we have a large creature in the graveyard yet, do we?
I don't see one.
I see looks like a bunch of lands and Faithless Lootings and Lingering Souls. So you can use Lingering Souls to buy time a little bit.
Yeah, those tokens don't have trample, so Lingering Souls
there's also
buy some blocks.
There's also Centaur Healer, which seems fine here too. Probably. Yeah, Centaur Healer because the Intangible Rich you now can't trade, so that loses some stock. Okay, so we got Grizzly Salvage revealing Thragtusk. Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yep.
And that should. Oh wow,
whoa,
that's pretty good.
So resolving consecutive Thragtusk to their removal is pretty bonkers. Even if you don't hit your hoof and just go off.
Right. Yeah. So do you take the Blood Crypt here or take the Thragtusk? Because you have to take one of the two. So the catch is you can Unbury Right Thragtusk this turn if you take the Blood Crypt.
Yeah. So
he's taking Thragtusk. Okay.
Right. You're gonna get extra activations out of it.
So it's actually correct for him to take the Thragtusk here because he has Centaur Healer in his hand. So he can play Centaur Healer here and then play Thragtusk next turn.
And he's gonna gain plenty of life.
I'm not sure why he exiled land there. No, doesn't he? Isn't the Pilgrim should be active? Oh, yeah. is he trying? I guess he's trying to trade off two of them. He's gonna try to double block here.
Yeah. Okay.
To kill one. I mean that's reasonable. There's a million ways that can go wrong though. There's a lot of ways that can go wrong. There's a Tristani and a Chroma's Memorial.
Ooh.
The Lingering Souls and Wayfaring Temple in his hand. So we're gonna go for the Souls probably.
Yep.
Yeah. So Lingering Souls looking a little bit worse. That Thragtusk is gonna buy him some time in a couple turns here. Okay, and once again, tapping his mana, leaving just the Grove untapped. No fogs, no giant growths, no tricks.
Yeah. There is nothing you're doing with one colorless mana.
Now, Dismember rotated, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
And, you know, I don't really miss that one. I say good riddance.
Yeah, and the problem is, like, oh, they're not in black. Still have the dismember
Now it's
open.
significant that Rich left that Grove untapped. Because now Josh can safely double block if he wants to trade off. But since he has Thragtusk now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to even do that.
And he can play Thragtusk, trade with one of the things.
Oh, and there's Sever the Bloodline.
Play through. Oh,
that
yeah,
is big game.
Game changer.
So
right
I like severing here the Centaurs, and then keeping the Temple Garden untapped, and then removing the Centaur Healer to gain 2.
Yep, that puts.
So you only take 2 this turn, and then you can untap and start chaining Thragtusks.
Yeah, takes the pressure off if somehow he had like a couple bump spells he wouldn't get through.
Yeah, or alternatively, you could just flash back the Lingering Souls, which might just be better. And that's another line you can take here. But the Sever's correct. Yep, and there go the Centaurs. And that just takes the wind right out of Rich's sails there.
Yeah, going from having 2 4/4 guys to having 2 2/2s.
And still not bad, but those can be stopped pretty quickly. And looks like he's going for the flashback Lingering Souls line here.
Yep, that seems completely reasonable.
Yeah, either one. You could either gain 2 or play the Souls here. I like this. This play seems just fine because all you're trying to do is keep your head above water here. And that'll be pretty. You know, you'll have to jump for a turn or 2, but once the Thragtusks get online, it's going to be hard for Rich to close this out.
And how much is Sever's flashback?
7.
7?
5 and 2 black.
So a land, and he may even be able to do that with get rid of the souls if he's
so inclined.
If he needs to.
And the Sever is just a one of. He has 1 main, 1 board. So it's possible he brought the second one in. We haven't seen what he sideboarded, if he did at all.
Yeah.
He might have just figured, hey, Rich doesn't have a sideboard, so do the honorable thing.
Would you?
Do I look like I have any honor? Have we met?
I mean, Sever just seems completely awesome against anybody that's even running just Lingering Souls.
He trades off both his guys there, both the spirits. They did their job.
Yep.
Going back to the great beyond where they came from. All right, so here I think you play Blood Crypt tapped and just play Thragtusk, gain 5 life.
And
because you can flash back here if you want. I don't see a reason to. Yeah, he's doing the right thing here. And then
I think you save it until he somehow puts more pressure on you with those spirits.
Yeah, you don't need to take. We don't need to damage.
You're gonna net 1 life.
Yeah, and you're just gonna damage yourself doing that too. So and here comes Swag Tusk.
Yep. The staple of any green deck in format right now.
There's not any in Rich's list.
Well, if you're playing the tokens first, although I probably would play the Thragtusk over the...
You can pop the beasts. That can happen.
Over the Wayfaring Temple.
Yeah, he has 2 Garriks in this list too. Primal Hunter, sorry. He has 2 Primal Hunters in the list.
Make extra beasts.
Yep, bring it.
Although, Intangible Virtue with Tristani getting any target is pretty good.
Yeah, I see. Oh, it looks like, let's see here. Are we going to do a cast of Tristani, or it looks like he's getting a token here, it looks like, so probably putting some sort of token into play. Oh, he's Groving.
Oh, Groving.
Interesting.
And he's not showing anything tapped.
Yeah, it does require tapping 2 creatures.
Yeah.
You have to tap something. And I don't think he did end of turn because he was tapped from casting the temple. And the Wayfaring Temple's now 4/4. Yeah, those dice are just
yeah.
2 thumbs down for the dice there. And there goes.
And if you're putting dice on there, I've found that if your opponent's not keeping track, they might make play mistakes if you don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy to forget the enchantment on the side.
Oh, he's got a Chromus Memorial.
Giving him
1 more mana and he's going to Memorial. Had he not done? Interestingly, had he not groved there, you could have just waited a turn, played the Memorial, then grove next turn.
Yeah, and then it's coming in.
And then and more importantly, a Chromus Memorial gives pro black.
Yeah, and that Sever looks mighty foolish.
Yeah, and the Sever was. And it looks like Rich walked right into it because the Sever was in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So that was
he knew it was possibly coming.
You know,
I don't know. I think I attack with the souls there because there's no reason not to, and
correct. It's free attack.
play the Tristani and then Grove after the Tristani if I'm doing anything.
It makes perfect sense.
Gaining,
oh, geez, there's Gisela. That's
gaining 8 life is
pretty good. And there's oh, look at that. We can as fellow commentator Kayla Myers says, ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah,
because we can unbarrel rights the Gisela here because I think we still have 2 in the graveyard. Yeah.
So if we're going with a red-white theme, is that like a candy cane Gisela?
Probably. No. All right. So I think we're gonna you flash that back here and then and there we go.
That makes those lingering souls do the damage they did originally without that intangible virtue.
And also, I don't know if you noticed, there's a brick wall they have to go through now too.
Yes,
that's gonna be pretty hard. Well, actually, the memorial, we'll get right around her.
Yes, that's true, and it would actually be pretty brutal if he's populating a spirit to block the Thragtusk.
Yeah, it was so critical there for Rich to just get that memorial as soon as possible.
Yeah, that grove right there really set him back because he lost a land, lost his turn.
Oh, there he goes. It's got the memorial online. Yeah, I think what Rich would be well served to do here is plan out his turns in advance. Figure out what instead of just playing cards, have a plan, sculpt a plan.
Yeah.
Figure out what you're doing. So there's memorial. Okay,
that's going to slow him down very hard.
Yeah, Gisela on one side and
basically all of Josh's removal is null and void right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one for Josh to beat. Is there any way we can destroy it? I don't think so. Well, Angel Serenity can clear some of this stuff out. So
yeah, there might be some ways of getting around it, but I don't see.
No, I think if you're
you have to swarm him, and swarming a guy with populate every turn is impossible.
If you're Rich here, put the pedal to the metal and attack with everything. Did he not? He didn't even attack. Wow.
Whoa.
No attack. Completely missed lots of free damage there.
Yeah, tons. Because you can't. Because Gisela being able to, at least the spirits, Gisela can't even stop him.
Yeah, he's got a perfect attack there. He could get in for 1, 2, 4, 5. So he'd be threatening a 1-turn clock.
Yeah.
He'd force Josh to probably unbarrel rights the Centaur just to not die.
Actually, I feel like Josh is probably drawing to a
Angel Serenity,
either Angel Serenity or Hoof.
Or to Hoof, yeah.
Because if he can get a Hoof out, there's going to be so much trample damage that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Even the protection is, and Gisela's out. Trample plus Gisela is busted.
Yeah. Rich would have a 2-turn clock right now, if he'd attacked last turn. But if you're Josh's situation, keep playing as if he forgets. Don't remind him what his cards do.
Yeah, I've gotten out of situations by not explaining what cards do.
All right, so let's see. Considering these lines here, I see another Deathrite Shaman. Okay.
You can gain some life.
He has no green mana untapped. So that won't happen this time, actually.
Not this time.
Yeah.
He could tap 1. Oh, wait. It's not live yet, but he could tap 1 to...
I want to check something here. Quick rules question I'm not entirely sure of. I'm checking my phone here. If I had any Judge app on my phone, hope you all don't mind. I just want to check to see if Gisela would double the damage of the Deathrite Shaman. So make a quick check here.
Depends on if Deathrite Shaman says lose 2 life.
If a source would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, that source deals double that damage to that player permanent instead. So that says damage, Shaman's loss of life.
Yeah.
So I don't think it works. All right, so
damage causes loss of life, but it is not loss of life to start with.
So we got Doom Traveler here. That was our top deck. Looks like we're populating, making a spirit. Again, missing out on some key attacks here. It looks like
he is gaining his life. That's good.
Putting a D6 on top of the giant D20. That's awesome.
If he gets any more life, he's going to make an awkward pile.
So yeah, one exception to the dice rule, dice keep track of power toughness, because the dice is that one on Wayfaring Temple's off again.
Yeah.
It's a 6/6 now. I really don't like that. Sometimes the Tarmogoyf in the Legacy people feel more comfortable doing it that way. Keep track of how many types there are.
Yeah, that's fair. If you're gonna do types, though, you could set a dice next to your graveyard.
Yeah, and it looks like Rich is attacking now. So he's slowing him down here, and he's going to exile a instant or sorcery from his yard. Let's get rid of the mulch and having Rich lose 2. So he drops to 22. So the Shaman can buy him some time. He really needs to find a Crater Hoof here.
Yeah.
I think he has one more Faithless in the flashback, right? Is that card on the very top? I can't 100% tell. Yeah, that's okay. That's a Faithless Looter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we are looking for Angel. We're looking for a Crater Hoof. I see. There's the Hoof.
Yeah.
Hoof, there it is.
Goes.
There
Yeah.
goes,
With Giselle out, I don't think there's any way of
Yeah,
moving through this.
there goes the neighborhood. And Rich could have won this by just applying as much pressure as possible. It's like he missed a couple key attacks.
He would have at least gotten 4 damage in.
Yeah, I think this game was very winnable for him.
And then if you trucked this turn. Oh, and he didn't truck with the hasting token.
And he attacked for he got in for 6.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he did. I think he did attack this time. Yeah. And now, is there any lands in the graveyard that Josh can?
Is that one? He threw away.
Oh, there's a Dragon Skull. It's a Dragon Skull summon. Yeah.
Oh.
So we can reanimate the Crater Hoof here and just kill him on the spot.
Yeah.
It'll be very easy. Maybe he'll go easy on him again and attack with a few creatures.
Still double damage though.
Yeah. Remember, kids, it's important. It's not only important to win; it's important to win more.
Yeah. It's not every day you see Hoof coming out with Giselle out, but you
can do it in these Reanimator decks.
You can knock somebody down from 100 life instead of just 20.
Yeah. So what's Josh thinking about here? I'm curious. Seems like a pretty easy play. Yeah, and there's 4, and there's looks like we're moving up Sun Petal Grove.
Yep.
And here comes the Hoof. Yep. That should be game.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4.
And he's demonstrating now.
6 creatures.
It's 8.
7 creatures.
7. So I'll get +7. So the Hoof alone is attacking for 24.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so is the Thrag Tusk. That is disgusting. And once again, he's holding back the Crater Hoof. And yeah, Rich figures since he's now at -56, figures out pretty quickly that he's getting hoofed.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. All right, well, congratulations to Josh for picking up the win here.